I'm an architect from Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada, and we have a practice, Acton Ostry Architects. It's about 35 people. We work on public, institutional, and multi-residential projects. Yeah, the biggest hurdle and challenge in establishing our practice was patience. We began our practice, I can say it's almost as artist architects, that we just worked on our projects very lovingly without thinking about making money, and we didn't make money. And both my partner and I had loving, supportive spouses who, who basically had to support us for about 10 years before one day we looked at each other. We'd been getting a lot of recognition in our practice, and I remember saying to my partner, I said, hey, maybe we can make some money at this, and we put more of a business-minded focus to it, and we've been very successful in running a good business-minded practice, but still retaining the aspects of creative, inspiring architecture. Materials are very important in the expression of our buildings, our architecture. Our practice was founded on projects that were built out of and finished in wood. It's almost a rite of passage in British Columbia that a young practice would start with wood. They're more economical projects. So we've always embraced wood. We just love wood. And interestingly, as our practice grew and we started working on projects of greater scale and scope, the building code, after a while, does not have a place for wood other than as a finishing material. But even then, we would try to incorporate wood as much as possible into our practice. And with opportunities now that we're having and looking at mass wood structures, it's going to be very exciting in the future for what those opportunities might arise in that direction. I think mass wood structures are the future of building. I think that concrete and steel aren't going anywhere, but mass wood is definitely going to make large inroads. It's just, there's so many sensible, advantageous characteristics of that building approach that it's inevitable that it'll be embraced. So yes, we'll be doing it, working on mass wood structures more in the future. It's just going to take some time for the industry to establish itself, for builders and developers to get more experienced in designing and constructing with mass wood, and for the authorities to embrace it and get it integrated into the building codes and the approval process. And we don't feel that we have to make compromises between the business and the economics of a project, because we embrace constraints as part of the creative process. And I mean that on all aspects, not just the budget, but in terms of the preferences of the structural engineer, the mechanical consultants, the city, the approvals authorities, and the client, of course. We want them to be entirely satisfied with their building at the end. And the way we do that is by giving them everything that they asked for and then something more. And that's where the architecture comes in. So we're not looking to compromise their needs and wants with ours. They come first.